Welcome to the show. Hi, I'm Randy Jeffers, and we are live from the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. I am so excited. We have a special guest here, Dr. Michael Cook from Las Vegas, and we have Maggie Cook, who is the CEO and founder of a company called Herbaceous. And so, Michael, I want to start with you. You both have the same last name, and we're going to hear from Maggie in a little bit. So, tell us a little bit, your father and daughter.
Yes,
and
that's right.
You have two different companies, but you have a brand new product that you have that's just coming out on the marketplace called the Lead Eraser.
That's right.
And this is just an amazing product, but tell us a little bit about the Lead Eraser.
Well, essentially what happened with the Lead Eraser was a little over a year ago, I was sitting on the couch and listening to all of the horror stories coming out of Flint, Michigan. And the lead in the water and the poisoning of the children, the poisoning of the adults, and of course everybody was pointing the finger at somebody else. Nobody was taking any responsibility. And the solution that all of these geniuses were coming up with was, well, we have to replace the lead pipes delivering the water. And in the meantime, they were all saying, well, our kids have been poisoned, our kids have toxic lead in their system, toxic metals. And I kept wondering, why in the world are they not addressing the elephant in the room, which was in fact the lead poisoning? What the heck? What's going on here? And I kept sitting there, and I got more and more angry and more upset because as a doctor of chiropractic, I have done a great deal of work with nutrition over the years. And one of the things that we know for a fact is that lead and other heavy metals can be eliminated or removed from a child, from an adolescent, from an adult, from a senior, with some very simple products that are already on the market. And that market those products are called chelation products. They chelate or remove or eliminate the lead from the system. And we know that there are more than one metal that's at fault. We have mercury, we have cadmium, we have do you want to get that?
I think we have something ringing down there.
I'm so sorry.
Go right ahead. And
we have mercury, we have lead, we have cadmium, we have aluminum, we have tin. And of course, tin and aluminum and all of these other things are in the atmosphere, but they're also in our kitchen and of course in our homes. Do you want me to go through where they come from?
no, that wasn't President-elect Trump, was it?
It wasn't.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't. Unfortunately, I'm so
It was
sorry.
President Obama calling her to see
I'm
how her
sorry.
day was going.
Well, with this Lead Eraser, maybe maybe we could get this into the
I'm so
government and
sorry.
solve some of this problem. Now, you mentioned, Dr. Cook, Flint, Michigan.
Yes.
And we've all heard that on the news. I mean, there's just, what a tragedy it is that's happening there. But, I mean, where else is it happening everywhere?
Actually, when I started doing the research for the Lead Eraser, I was appalled to find out that there are over 5,000, actually 53 currently, up to 5,300 cities
My goodness.
throughout the whole U.S. It's worse in some areas than others, but the truth of the matter is that it's all over, and
Wow.
not just lead, as I mentioned before. And so we're affecting some 20 million people to date. The more research that's done, the more people that look at their the analysis of their water systems in various places around the world and around the United States. Sometimes it's due to well water, sometimes it's due to natural aquifers, and we always thought that some minerals in the water are healthy, but some minerals, which are actually metals, are not heavy if they're in too large of quantities. And different metals are toxic at different levels. We also discovered that metal fillings in dental fillings, in teeth, are horrible. They break down over a period of years. It takes 10, 15, 20 years for them to begin breaking down. But those metal fillings in your teeth are actually made of mercury. Mercury is one of the most toxic substances on the planet. And when it starts to break down, those molecules, now we're talking teeny, 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 tiny amounts, start getting into the brain, into your bones, into your liver, even into your kidneys, where the kidneys try to get rid of them. The problem is they can't get rid of them by themselves. Now, there is a natural system within the body called the glutathione system. And the glutathione system, which is really glutathiones manufactured in every cell of your body, actually does get rid of poisons and toxins. But because we are overloading the body with these toxins from the environment, from the air, from the soil, from our teeth, from the water systems, our body simply just isn't designed to handle that overload.
So hence the need for the lead eraser.
Hence the need for the lead eraser.
Now this product here not only will eliminate lead, but what you're saying is it will eliminate other heavy metals.
Not only other heavy metals such as mercury, cadmium, so on, but also poisons, pesticides, herbicides, those kinds of things, which we find in our fruits and vegetables naturally today.
Amazing. Well, I know we're going to taste test this in a little bit and see what it tastes like. And I suppose probably most of us have something in our system that needs to be cleaned out, right?
That's right.
Pretty much everybody?
Absolutely. Just about everybody. For example, if you lived in a house that was built before 1980, it was in fact painted with lead paint, because the government didn't stop using or outlaw lead paint until the 80s.
Wow.
We used lead pipes to get the water from the street into the house. So there's lead in there. If you have been a smoker in your life, you have cadmium in your system. And so that needs to be eliminated. If you cook with either aluminum cookware, or if you cook even with cast iron, they have certain amounts of lead in there, and aluminum from the aluminum cookware, and aluminum foil. If you cook with aluminum foil, which many people do, when the aluminum,
especially this time of year. Thanksgiving's coming up, so everybody's
that aluminum,
when
it heats, and if it touches the food, and it almost always does, then leaches into the heat, drives it into the products the food that we're eating.
My goodness.
And the thing is, it takes a lot of it, but still we get it. All right, almost everybody gets it. Aluminum deodorants, almost all deodorants have aluminum in them. That aluminum eventually builds up over a period of time, gets into our system, and starts poisoning our nerves, our brain, our liver, our kidney.
My goodness.
It's everywhere.
Well, thank God and thank goodness we have this new product. And so we want to hear more about it. We're going to taste test it soon. And Maggie, I can't wait to hear your story. You're really a miracle just sitting here, aren't you?
I am.
And so we're going to talk about that in the next segment. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.